this is a package from subscriber. This is not my own reel. Somebody sent me this reel just for a review. Okay, and it's a very interesting reel, and I'm very curious to open the package, but instead of editing the video, I wanted to do this live. So I don't know, it's kind of different when you can have your initial opinions, first impressions just recorded live. So I'm gonna also show you why this reel is interesting. It's interesting because this here is my most beautiful spinning reel bar none. This is Shimano Exsence. This is CI4 version. So this has nothing to do with the magnesium version. Everything is different. The gears and the body are different. The magnesium version costs $500 and has the higher end gears. This guy here is 1-to-1 Stradic CI4 Plus with black paint and one more bearing under the spool, and I think 2 more bearings under the handle and another bearing on the spool shaft. I don't remember exactly, but it's a Stradic CI4 Plus with a few extra bearings. And I remember when I unboxed this reel and I thought, oh man, this feels good. I really love these gears. But today I have the new Stradic CI4 Plus, the Vanfort, and there is no comparison. I thought that these gears are good back then, but the Vanfort is the 2500 size or the 3000 size is without a doubt smoother, better feeling reel than the old Exsence, but it's not as pretty. The Exsence is, I think, probably the most beautiful reel on the market, bar none. I don't care about Stella. I don't care about what was the Daiwa's top reel. It's coming out of my brain right now, but I think this is the most beautiful reel on the market, Exsence. So this one still cost about $300, and this one that the guy sent me is way cheaper than, it's not even $200. I don't know what he paid, but $150 or something like this. So if this reel is just as beautiful as this, I don't care what the gears are, for $150, I will still recommend it. So without further ado, let's open this and compare, because I do feel that these gears here are not comparable with today's gears. Today the reels just have better reels. This reel has 9 + 1 bearings. It's still not comparable to, I don't know, to most reels today. So let's open this quickly. And I will be shipping the reel back to the guy who sent it to me. Many thanks, by the way, because guys, if you can help me with product to review, some high-end reel or high-end rod, I'm very interested. Please contact me. I don't need you to give me the reel as a gift. I have 100 reels and 100 rods. I have very nice packaging, by the way. I have enough reels, but I really would like to review more products, but I just can't buy everything just for a review, especially when I don't need them. Because actually this year my family is going through some stuff. Nothing bad, some of the stuff is probably good, but my budget will be limited this year. So here is what we have when you compare the two boxes. So right away you're gonna notice the CI4 Plus comes with 5.0 gear ratio, while this guy is 6.0. So the cheaper one, this reel cost almost half of the CI4 Plus, and the CI4 Plus costs half of the magnesium one. So you are several layers under here, but is the trade-off worth it? So the same drag, but notice the weights. The CI4 Plus is 195 grams. This one is 240 grams. So it's not made of carbon. So this is a much heavier reel. The other thing is this reel has, my old reel has 9+1 bearings. This one only 5+1. But okay, the moment of truth, let's look at it if it's just as gorgeous as this guy here, okay? Put it here like this for a second. We have the standard stuff, the schematics. Okay, wow, the handle is already assembled. Wow, that's the exact same bag that the CI4 Plus comes with. We have the shims here. Okay, the box is almost the same. And let's look at the reels, and it already looks through the nylon bag very similar. Already looks very similar at a very affordable price. I will answer some questions, by the way, at the end, but I don't have time to read them now because I know my videos are too long. But at the end, I will have some questions, so keep that in mind. So the handle is already not the new not the new handles that look like this. It is exactly the same handle. My version is from 2080, this one is 2020, but the handle is exactly the same. The handle is exactly the same. I will take this off the spool. I hope he doesn't mind that. And to see the spool is completely flat. No, none of that silly stuff for the braid not slipping. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at the spools. I mean, the spools are exactly the same. Even the cutouts sometimes are different. But look, the spools are exactly the same. So what are the cosmetic differences? The first thing that I see is we have black bail here. We have chrome bail here. And then this plate here, the cosmetic plate on the back that covers this bolt here is black. The whole reel is black and it's matte black. This piece here is chrome. I was hoping it would be kind of like gunmetal, like on the Daiwa Presso, but it's chrome. There is one more chrome accent here. Like I said, this guy is completely black. But looking at the rotors, and they look the same size to me. Why is one reel? I can tell already this one is significantly heavier than this, but the sizes are exactly the same. I don't know why this one is so much heavier. The rotor really doesn't seem thick. Look, this is not one of these heavy duty rotors, man. It's still a very, very thin rotor. I don't know. The paint on the two reels is different though. This paint looks, I don't know how to describe it. I have good lighting in the room, but the paint is different, guys. This one looks like, almost like it has some texture, looks very rich. This looks like a simple black paint. This paint looks like this paint here on the Vanford. These are the same paints here. All right, but this paint here is, I know you can't tell, I see you, but this paint is different, and I can already tell you that This reel doesn't exactly look like the old Exsence if you were to disregard this chrome piece. You can spray this piece black. The reel still doesn't look, it's a different kind of paint. Anyway, let's see how it feels. Okay, that's pretty loud. So my old reel, very different feel. By the way, I caught a 40-inch muskie with this reel. I don't use it anymore because it's such a gorgeous reel. It's discontinued, and I caught my biggest muskie on this reel, so I don't want to scratch it. I just want to keep it as collection item. This was the line that I caught the muskie with. But these two reels already, I can tell you, feel nothing alike. And there is good and bad. I will open it and show it as much as I can. But I can tell you the feel, first of all, what's better. This reel, actually, I don't know if it's using the same gears as this reel, because it doesn't feel the same. This reel feels smoother. It actually feels better than my old Exsence, but it's possible that it's because, I fished this a lot. I haven't fished this. This is brand new, and it has a lot of brand new grease. And this is higher gear ratio, which when you have some resistance, it kind of smoothens out the chop. Elston, I'm seeing your comments and you're distracting me. So, okay, this reel, initial impressions, it feels smoother actually than this beautiful Exsence here. But the difference in resistance is significant. This reel feels tighter, smoother, but with more resistance. So this one you almost can use like an ultralight because it's so light and resistance is so heavy. Okay, it's not for a jigging rod, but if you have an 8-foot float fishing rod, then this is what I used it and how I caught my 40-inch muskie. You can use this on an ultralight setup because very light, very low resistance. This guy is not an alternative like if you have a long rod and you can put. It's smoother, tighter, but you are not gonna use this on an ultralight rod. Even if it's 8-foot ultralight rod, like an 8-foot Daiwa Presso, you're not gonna use this. I saw that Japan on the Shimano's website, they recommend this for 8 and 9-foot saltwater fishing rod for fishing from the rocks and casting really far. This is what they recommend it for. But let me take a very quick look. So this reel is 4 bearings short. Let me see where are the bearings missing. So one missing under the spool, one missing on the spool shaft. You still have 2 on the pinion, you still have 2 on the line guide. You still have one on the line roller. Where is the knob? And you have 1 on the knob. So you're missing 1 on the knob, 1 under the spool, and 1 on the spool shaft. These are the bearings that you are missing. No, this is 2 on the knob. This is 2 on the. No, this gotta be bushing because it's not black. So you're missing 2 on the knob and 2 here on the spool, 1 under the spool and 1 on the spool shaft. So these are the 4 bearings that you're short. In my opinion, none of these 4 bearings matter, and this is why the cheaper reel actually feels smoother. Let me show you a couple other things. The video is only 16 minutes, so that's not too bad. I still have 10 minutes to show you some stuff. So, okay. Interesting clicker. Interesting clicker. Is this the same clicker? I don't even remember. I don't think the Stradic CI4 has the same clicker. Maybe they updated the clicker here. I haven't even cleaned this reel since I decommissioned it. It still has water on it. Yep, they updated the clicker. I don't know for the better or for worse. They updated the clicker. Also, the way the spool is designed, this spool, first of all, is in the hand significantly heavier than the spool of the Exsence CI4 Plus. But you cannot upgrade this reel, you cannot put a bearing here, because I actually got some bearings ready. I was gonna put some bearings for this guy who sent me the reel for free. But the bushing is built in the spool, so you cannot add bearings here. I never heard the sound of the clicker. I'm so curious now. Whoop. Hold on. Very nice clicker sound. Very nice clicker sound. It might be better than this. Get off of here. Very nice clicker sound. Why didn't I do this first? Yeah, this one sounds more dry. If you want to hear this sound, I'll leave a link to my video with the 40-inch musky. There was plenty of clicker sound there. This one is more vibrant. I like this drag clicker more. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so not upgradable here. You cannot just put some bearing here. But do I want to go inside? Oh, they don't have any of this stuff with the 0.9 millimeter gram. I don't know if I want to open this reel. What is the point here? Let me see if I can at least put one bearing for this guy. This is the core protect. That is the same in both reels. Actually, actually, I'm not even gonna do that, because I'll tell you what, guys. I wanted to replace this bearing here, but I'm not gonna replace it because I gotta tell you, I have this bearing, but I bought the original Vanquish main shaft. Now, this is the original Vanquish bearing. This bearing cost $30 without even shipping from Japan. So I am not gonna put that bearing here. I'm actually gonna put this back and leave it at that, but I will see if I can put, you know what, I will see if I can put a couple of bearings for this guy, because he was very kind with sending me this reel. I'm sorry, buddy. And I have only one bearing left for the spool shaft here. I know it will fit, but that's a $30 original Japanese bearing. And I have only one left. And even if you want to pay the 30 bucks, you have to ship it from Japan. And then it costs even more. So let's put this back as it is. Put the spool back. And I wish they used the same paint. Maybe this paint is actually superior. Let's look at the drag stack real quick. Maybe this paint is superior. I heard that Shimano upgraded the paint in these reels. Only one felt washer. No carbon and a single felt washer. It looks very wet. Otherwise, I do have original Shimano felt grease here, but it's so wet that I don't think it's a good idea to put even more stuff here. Oh, I don't want to lose this guy. That's not right. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. Now it's right. Let's check something else because, oh, beautiful drag clicker. Because one of the problems with the Exsence CI4 Plus, the old reel, is it has, the gears don't feel as good and these gears feel better. But this reel has a lot of free play over here. It's just disappointing. A lot of free play over here. No free play at the knob though. And this new one here, 2020. Okay, this is significantly better. So you have a stronger body in this reel, less free play here, stronger rotor, the spool is heavier. I don't know what you can upgrade here. Probably you can put bearings on both sides of the oscillation worm. Let's check the knob here. Because I actually do have bearings for the knob. But this knob, man, this knob has absolutely zero free play. And putting bearings here, so you can see it doesn't spin freely as if it would have bearing. But putting bearings here, if you use it for salt water, is just not a good idea because already you have no free play whatsoever. So I actually don't want to do anything else to this reel. I can open this, but I told the guy, once you open a brand new reel, it never feels the same. This is my own reel, it's 2018, I have never opened it. I haven't opened it to even grease it, because I haven't used it much and it still feels like brand new. I know the gears are not that perfect, but that's how it felt out of the box. And it's not gonna feel better if I open it. You open it, you torque it back, it feels looser, some better, but you lose the brand new feeling. And this reel, right now, the new reel, it really feels brand new. It feels tight, it feels smooth. The only kind of difference in feel that is worse than this much more expensive 2018 Exsence CI4 Plus is the resistance. But this is probably not even from the rotor or the extra weight, but probably from the higher gear ratio. So I don't know, do I recommend this reel? Obviously I haven't even fished it, and I don't talk about, that doesn't bother me because I never talk about durability anyway. I mean, I don't test my tackle. I made a whole video about why I don't talk about durability. But to me, the biggest kind of disappointment comparing these two reels is the paint. This new paint, I think Shimano mentioned that the new paint is more scratch resistant and more durable to salt. But this paint looks more expensive. This looks like, I don't know, looks more expensive. If this reel looked exactly the same, if the paint was the same, I would actually recommend this. Because this single plate here, you can remove it, spray it, put it back. Just, there is a single screw. Everyone can do that. Same with this little plate here. You can remove it, spray it, and put it back. And you're gonna have an all black reel. Well, there is the bail also. You're not gonna spray that black. I don't care who you are. Oh, look at this one piece bail, man. Yeah, it's one piece on the other as well. So what can I say, guys? At the end of the day, this reel costs $150, much cheaper than the old Exsence. The gears are better, but everything else is heavier and it has a lot more resistance. All in all, I have to say the reel is properly priced at $150. It's still a great reel, but it doesn't look as nice as the old one, and it's heavier and it has more resistance, and I would say the difference in price is appropriate. Now let me see very quickly, 28 minutes. Let me try to answer some questions here.